Hey there. If you are on a healing journey, which we all should be, then you really need to be tuning into this video and listen to what I got to say about my experience with parasites and all that jazz. First things first, I do want to say I love when things trend for the goodness of whatever they are, right? So when people want to change and shift in their lifestyle, they're whatever they are taking in, we all eat, right? So I love to see when people on their journeys, they are doing X, then they do Y, then they do Z, and they just continue to grow and blossom. I love, 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 love that. So the thing is about being a teacher, you should not want to be someone's teacher for their entire existence. You want to see people master stuff. And then a lot of times the stuff that I see, I'm not like tapped in with everybody, but it's just good to see that people are watching videos and then I see it reflected in their lifestyles and listening to their journey. So I really appreciate that. I F with you, if you want that type of time. Okay, so let me talk about these parasites right now. These ninjas, they are smarter than you, okay? They don't leave. They are the neighbor, family member who gives you a run for the money about leaving. When you want them to move out, like, yo, get out. They're like, nah, I'm here for good. You ain't gonna get me out of here. And this happens on any level of your healing, whatever you're healing in, right? Because you're not healing one thing you shouldn't be healing one thing your whole life. All things are connected, but the focus may shift as you grow in your journey. And these parasites will shift with you. And they're going to hold on like it's the last dollar. They're going to be like, oh, right? So I'm just going to get into it talking about, my journey with them. So if you've never watched any of my videos before, I have, within the last year, it's been the full year, actually. January made a year. I juiced for 60 days. I ate just red-seeded grapes for 30 days. I ate live foods, live and raw foods of the earth, whole plants, fruits, veggies for 30 days. And then I slowly started treading into the creepy habits, like here and there again, right? And it's still at that same level of dibble dabble, but dibble dabble ain't no good either. But I'm just giving you the backstory because, a little bit more. Now hold on. I have already been on this journey of growing. I used to say I'm a growing vegan because people would always attack you and I say people, and I'm talking about people of the culture of the veganism and whatever lifestyle, right? They're like, you're not vegan, you do X, Y, and Z. So growing vegan at the time. So I've been on this journey since 2012. So that's just giving you the base of everything, right? So this is not a, hey, I'm complaining because the parasites ain't going after 1 month. This is years, okay? I'm looking at a little paper cut on my thumb, by the way, just so y'all won't be thinking I'm crazy. I'm not looking at nobody's notes or anything. This paper cut is killing me softly. So with all of that said, right? I'm 40 years old. You cannot undo all of the work of the habits and things that you've eaten in this short amount of time. It's only been about 12 years. So of course, kind of sort of we're hard on ourselves, whatever. The parasites are going to stick around. They are here, and I'm telling you, they're just like adamant about like, shorty, I don't care. Like, you may knock one or two of us off, but we gonna come back. So this is a message to encourage people, right? To keep on coming, keep on moving towards wellness and welcoming wellness. Don't be discouraged. It's about the journey and not the destination. Or you know how they say it's not the destination, it's the journey type thing. It really is. And you are a work in progress. I'm a work in progress. You could look at, I know I've said this before about the eye reading, the face reading. You could look at me now if you're really good with that, and you could tell there are some ailments, some things that I'm working on unlearning, undoing, and it's not an overnight thing. And then once you get through one chapter, you can flare up things in the next one. And then that means it doesn't always mean the negative, right? It seems like it's a negative. So let me explain. You can stop eating salt and sugar. You feel better physically. But mentally, you are going through hell because guess what? Them parasites are ringing the bell in your head like, give me the salt, give me the sugar. So guess what? In turn, sometimes your attitude could be sucky. You could be snobby to yourself. You could be snobby and rude to other people. You may not want to deal with nobody. You could be in a low mood, low vibration because your body is going through a healing crisis, right? Because now you are like going through withdrawal. And I have been through this phase, but I have done this salt, no oil, flour, sugar thing steadily off and on for years. Sometimes I post about it, sometimes I don't. I'll go 30 days, a week, I do different things. But ultimately, the goal is to shift away in totality with all that stuff. But the point of me bringing that up is don't be discouraged when you lose a battle because the point is to win the war. So yeah, you're going to have the moments where, you get, chin checked and you're going to eat some chips because guess what? I'm still doing it. Okay? I'm still doing it. And that's the point of healing is being honest with yourself and not being so hard on yourself. And that's also not to be like, oh, well, I had a bag of chips today, so I'm going to have them for 30 days. I'm going to have 1,000 of them today. And, even if that happens, you still, out of all the 99, let's say if you 100 days you did something great, and the one day you did all of that stuff. We don't want to focus on that, okay? Parasites come in for different reasons. You could have a day at work where, like, speaking from my experience with this journey, where you get flared up and you're like, damn, I need my, whatever it is that you need to fill that void. You need a sip, you need a smoke, you need a chip, you need ice cream, you need whatever. I don't know, whatever it is, just fill in the blank. That is a parasite. That's mineral deficient. You're deficient in something, you're lacking in something, and then you also have a stress factor coming in. So now you want to fill the void, okay? I'm here to encourage you to say, keep going. And don't focus on losing these little battles here and there because you get a new day, you get another new opportunity, new moment. You don't have to wait for the next day. You get next moment. The next moment counts. It's all in the now that counts. It's all in the now that matters. And look at your journey as a pro because you're moving forward. It's progress. Look at it as a progress, right? I know the cleanest eaters, whoever comes to your mind right now as you watch this video, who you could think of, the top herbalist, top fruitarian, rawtarian, aeritarian, whoever, them parasites is sitting bedside somewhere. And of course, obviously, the cleaner you eat, the longer you do it, the less you'll have. But times in that, by the years that you've been alive, it will be you have to unwork and unpack. And let's not even talk about the intestines, which I am, right? I've had a colonic, many of them over my times of being alive. And that's like the Drano commercial. It loosens some stuff up. It's going to loosen some shit up. It may loosen some parasites that's impacted. It's going to loosen some shit that's impacted. But it's not going to get to everything after this one session. You have to be a part of the equation with helping yourself relieve of that. One less is always better. Like one less parasite is always better than having 1,000. You got 99, right? Well, 999. So just be mindful of that. Like, don't look for stuff to happen like overnight. It don't happen overnight. It won't happen in 30 days. It won't happen in 60. It won't happen in 90. That's why it's great to take control of your children and helping them live their best life. You rewarding them with stuff that's going to add parasites to their system it ain't cool to me. Like, but to each their own. But when they have outbreaks, when they shit stink, when they breath stink, when they get all those fronts in their mouth, just know that you are the one. You are the cause of that because they're following your lead. You are the parent. So all the shit that happens to them literally from inside the womb to outside of the womb is you, because they're not making any decisions outside of what you present to them or what other people present to them or what you allow. But here is another way that you can look at the pro and con of parasites, because a lot of people say you have to be disciplined. You definitely do. You have to be disciplined. And you could talk to these motherfuckers. And don't claim it to be inside of you. You exist. That's the words I like to say. People say, oh, I got. Leave that out the equation, because if you got it, it's going to stick around a little longer. You keep speaking it into existence. You keep speaking it to be around you forever. Y'all exist. And y'all are going. Now, you could also not even focus on it. You could just be like, listen, I ain't even focus on y'all. I'm focused on wellness. I'm welcoming wellness in my body. I'm feeling so good. And you think of the things that make you happy. And then you stay on that vibration, and that will come to you. You will attract that. You don't even have to focus on them. But, if you're in that space where you need to, corner, chin check a parasite, you be like, all right, bet. I'm going to eat these chips today. I'm going to smoke this cig today. I'm going to take this shot today. I'm going to do this in this moment. But for the next 7 days, and if I want to go on any further, I'm not having any of it. So yeah, you win the battle right now. But guess what? I'm going to win this war. I have the control and the willpower to do what I need to do. You will not control me. We don't let nothing outside of us control us. We don't let nothing else put anything in our mouth. No pause. Right? Outside of your little kinky dates or whatever. Outside of your kinky dates, where you got your partner feeding you, your boosie, y'all being all sensual, whatever. Outside of that, you'd be like, yo, but even then you put a pause on it, because I'm just like, what is that? What is that? And you know that I'm a particular eater. I'm not picky. I don't call people picky. So if you are on it with that, you know, you won't just let no stranger come up and put food in your mouth. You're going to be ready to fight. Parasites are strangers. You don't know them. You don't even know where they are in your body. Like, you don't know if the one in your head is telling you to do that. You don't know if the one in your gut, because, you know, we got 2 brains. So this is the first one here. You don't know who, you don't even know. You don't even know. You so all over the place, you don't even know. But I be hearing them. And let me tell you, you got to talk to them. And be like, Ninja, you do not, shut the fuck up. Shut up. For real. Okay? So take each moment in stride with how you move forward, with how you're healing. You could, again, people just think parasites just vanish. They're going to sit down for a minute when they see you fasting. They're going to sit down for a minute when they see you eating super clean. When you're taking a break for the salt, sugar, they're going to come in at the right time and be like, bet, she just broke up with Shorty over there. He just broke up with Shorty over there. Oh, this person just died. Oh, this coworker just pissed him off. Cue music. Psh, let's have her walk into the vendor, what do you call this? Break room, where all the choices are there, and then she's gonna cave in right now. Or let's drive to the pretzel shop. Let's drive to the vegan spot where all the junk food is. Let's go. Let's go. Because parasites don't want you to give a fuck. They do not want you to give a... Okay? They do not. And they will outsmart you. They're gonna be talking to you. You're going to hear voices and you're going to be thinking that's you talking. That's the parasites talking. But like, oh, you could just have... Oh, come on. Nah, have this. I've seen people in my family... Man, I want to say... Ooh, having a reflective moment right here is Yawn tapping in. She tapping in. She tapping in, tapping in. So a family member, or a few of them that I know who stopped doing stuff, like AA meetings and stuff, right? Well, you got that. Or they have the other type of meetings too. So they got eaters and whatever anonymous meeting you want to think of. And they stop it. And when they got that first hit, literally like this. And I feel like it's the same difference, you know, at a different level. That's why I'm not hard with, I feel like when I'm hard with judging on people, it's really being reflective of myself. And I've had that counseled to me a few times, more than a few times. People are like, yo, you're so hard on yourself, but we are our toughest critics. But anyway, I watched how they plummeted, and I was like, wait a second. That's me reflecting like that, but just differently. Like, your addiction is just different. That's what they say. An addiction is an addiction is an addiction. You cannot be comparing stuff and say, oh, well, she ate a whole box of cookies. I only ate 2. Do you see how stupid that sounds? You still did it. Okay? So I'm going to wrap this up. And again, the point is to encourage you to keep going, because, baby, you got to keep swimming. Because once you start at I love my analogies. I don't know what teacher I was in another lifetime, but I was somebody's teacher. I mean, I was a teacher already in this lifetime, but something's there. It's going to come. But when you start in the water, you tread in the water. It's the shallow part. As you continue to grow in your journey, you're going to keep moving into the deep end, and you got to know how to swim and stay afloat. Okay? There is no time to try to run back. You're not going to undo all the work you did. I know I'm not. I'm not undoing all the work I did. And even if it looks like it, I'm not even that capable to do that. I am supernatural, having a human experience, but I know that I am not as powerful as I am that I am, the Most High, to undo the work when it looks like I did, right? Initially, I started this story off talking about my journey with from 2012 to up to now with the juicing and all that stuff. I said all that to say that even with doing all of that, you still gonna have parasites. Pop, lock, and drop it. Pop, lock, and drop it. Okay? If you've been watching my videos, you know I haven't been incorporating herbs, like, intensively. Is that what I want to say? Intensely? Okay. You got what I'm saying. I have an array of herbs to help with things from A to Z that I be putting combos together to make drinks for me. Ooh, bars. Drop the sound. But even being on this type of time, it's still a challenge. And you will see the next day. And you have the opportunity to do better in the next moment, next second, whatever you want to call it. It is not doomsday. Just keep going. All right, until next time, you already know that I like it hardcore. I'm from Brooklyn. You could leave your Timberlands on. Okay, seriously, I wish you wealth. I wish you wellness and all that jazz. Talk to you soon. Peace.